Hi, how's everybody doing today? This is Rich here on behalf of Rich TV Live with our very special guest. It is Setti Coscarella, the new CEO of Taat Lifestyle and Wellness. How you doing today, Setti?
I am doing great, Rich. How are you? Thanks for having me on.
I'm doing fantastic. Very excited to have you here today. Stock is
Excited to be
actually
here.
doing really well today. Congratulations.
Thank you very much. I'm humbled that the investors have this confidence in me, and um, I'm excited to prove their thoughts right.
Very good, very good. Well, you know what? So far, so good. Stock did really well yesterday in America, trading like 25 times the average volume. And today we're up now, I guess, around 9% already. So why don't we talk a little bit about why did you leave Philip Morris International?
Okay. I've been asked this question dozens of times since I put in my resignation because nobody can actually believe I'd voluntarily give a position like the one I had at the world's largest tobacco company. Now, to be completely clear, I loved the role I had there. I enjoyed my time at Philip Morris tremendously. The people were fantastic. They did an excellent job in creating a collaborative culture, and the work was extraordinarily interesting, especially as I got to be part of bringing next generation alternatives, or what we called reduced risk products, RRPs, to the market. Now, while doing that, it became abundantly clear to me where the gaps were in this category. You see, things like vaping were catching on as alternatives to smoking tobacco cigarettes. But at Philip Morris, we knew better than anybody that people usually only stuck with vaping for a short period of time before they went back to smoking again. As soon as I learned about Beyond Tobacco and tried the product for the first time, I was certain that this is it when it comes to what I believe will be attractive to smokers who want to quit tobacco. Now, aside from being tobacco free and nicotine free, we've engineered the user experience to be almost identical to smoking regular cigarettes. And by almost, I mean it's better than smoking regular cigarettes.
Wow, that's great.
With a product like TAT, I believe that smokers will stick to the product because they won't miss the taste or aroma of tobacco or the ritual of smoking, which is what they've come to enjoy. I didn't have to convince myself about this product's potential. It's something that intuitively clicked for me, both as a former smoker and a big tobacco guy.
So at Philip Morris, what did your role consist of?
So I worked on the strategy and commercialization for our portfolio of reduced risk products like ICOS, which was especially exciting because RRPs are one of Philip Morris's fastest growing categories globally. So I smokers choose the products they choose. I also developed and deployed strategies for mass commercialization efforts. I spent a considerable amount of time navigating the regulatory environment to make sure that we could do what we needed to while always staying on the right side of the law, because that's important. And I also created an internal business unit to commercialize RRPs. I launched several initiatives that led to a 5 times increase in leads purchased for RRPs in Canada. So, I spent a good chunk of time just trying to figure out how to get smokers to buy our product. And I was pretty successful in doing that. And I think I can do the same thing here.
Well, I think this is a huge hire. Clearly, the market agrees. The stock has been doing extremely well since the news broke that you've been added as the new CEO. And I understand you used to be a smoker.
Mhm.
And as a former smoker, what are your thoughts on the RRPs, the reduced risk products, or other alternatives to cigarettes in general?
Well, from my experience, I don't believe they work terribly well without a significant commitment from the user. See, it could take up to 3 months for a smoker to get used to using a heat not burn product or a vape. And from what I found, the significant majority of them end up reverting back to cigarettes after a few months. Like, think about it this way. The process involves converting to something that tastes entirely different with a technology that's cumbersome, requires charging, sometimes it leaks, sometimes it requires cleaning. And if you're out of battery, you're out of luck. If a smoker is going to go through this much effort, they might as well quit tobacco and nicotine altogether. That's when they actually start thinking to themselves, it's time to go back to Old Faithful, the delivery
Mm.
mechanism that never let them down. So you see, there's more to smoking than just nicotine. If it was just nicotine, then patches, gums, lozenges would work far better than they actually do. There's a whole ritual. It includes lighting it, the smoke, the crackle it makes when you take a drag, the way it feels in your hand, even flicking the ash. It's like trying to replace a 5-course meal with a pill that gives you the same nutrients. Now, how well do you think that's going to do for long term? The experience of inhaling a vapor or aerosol, because that's what it actually is, like the way they describe what comes out of a hairspray can.
Yeah.
That's what it is that you're inhaling when you have a vape or a heat not burn product. Versus lighting up and smoking a stick product just isn't the same. And that's one of the main reasons why I'm so excited about Beyond Tobacco. See, our product mirrors the ritual of smoking far better than any other nicotine delivery system, including cigarettes. Now, all these products, all these alternative nicotine products, they all have one thing in common. They deliver nicotine, which is a completely useless drug. It has no efficacy whatsoever, does nothing for you other than to keep you addicted. And I know that smokers hate that. All of these products are just delivering nicotine in a different way, which means they're essentially repackaging the same problem under the guise of an innovative solution. You might as well just sell all these people a human-sized hamster wheel, because that's exactly what it is.
Hmm.
The difference that Beyond Tobacco offers is that it delivers a molecule that is far superior to nicotine in a format that smokers already know how to use, a combustible stick product in a cigarette-style packaging. It's exactly the same reason why plant-based meat products are designed to resemble actual meat, and they're easier to switch to than less attractive protein like lentils or tofu. The product isn't protein, it's the taste and ritual, right? Veggie burgers were around forever, but it took a little bit of genius to innovate a product so that people felt comfortable switching to it. And we're taking the same approach with tobacco. With the way our tobacco-free and nicotine-free cigarettes are engineered, there's no learning curve, no technology to get used to, no device malfunctions, no batteries that die, no leaky pods, or any other cumbersome problem that I know smokers complain about when they try these products. Those products are why they keep going back to smoking. So our objective is to give them a far better solution to their problem with Beyond Tobacco. A superior molecule in a plant-based product that has no tobacco, no nicotine, and a far better tasting experience than any traditional cigarette at a price point people can actually afford.
That's great. I mean, that's something I think I used to be a smoker. So when I look back at that, I think, wow, I I might still be smoking. If they had a product like this, to be quite honest with you, because it doesn't have, like you said, all those negative aspects, the nicotine, and
The tobacco.
the tobacco. So, which is highly addictive,
Mm-hmm.
obviously, and becoming really difficult for people to be able to get off of. So,
Right.
I really like what you guys are doing. I'm all in on technology. I'm all in on breaking technology. I'm all in on new technology. I said to everyone when Tesla was at 300, it was going to go to 1,000. It went to almost 2,000. Why? Technology, technology, technology. We live in a world where technology runs the world. Look at
Mm-hmm.
Amazon. Look at Facebook. Look at Apple. These are all technology companies.
Right.
All of them. They're all technology companies,
They're
right?
just innovating
Correct.
and disrupting the status quo. And I
Correct.
think that we can do the exact same thing to the tobacco industry.
100%. Now, I actually wanted to ask you about that. So, is the popularity of RRPs and cigarette alternatives what brought your attention to TAT and Beyond Tobacco?
Yeah, that's definitely one of the main reasons. The popularity tells me that the market is looking for better alternatives. Problem is, these alternatives don't seem to stick with consumers en masse, and that's why many of them revert back to smoking. So this tells me the market hasn't found the right product yet. That's why I'm so confident that we'll be able to convert smokers to our product and keep them converted in the long run.
Very good. Very good. And where is Beyond Tobacco in its development? Is there further R&D to be done? And what steps remain before it can launch to the public? Hello, Setti? Oh, we may have some internet issues. Sorry, guys. I think we may have a little bit of an internet issue with Setti. Thanks for watching, guys. We may have a little bit of an internet issue, but if Setti does join us again here, I will make sure we we get back on here. Hopefully he'll join us here shortly. He has the link, and we'll get him back on live. In the meantime, I'll just stay live. You guys have any questions, just feel free to ask. How you guys doing today? He does not smoke tobacco, but I believe he used to be a smoker. Where can you purchase the product? That's a good question. Let me see if we can ask him once he gets back. What's the price point compared to regular cigarettes? These are all very good questions. I'll try to see if I can ask him once he gets back. I guess we have had some internet issues. Technology sometimes, we were just talking about technology, and obviously technology just failed us here. But hopefully Setti Coscarella, the new CEO of Taat, can join us again, and we'll get him back on the show. Hey, Robert, how you doing this morning, buddy? How you doing, Anfo Drew? Hope you guys are doing good. You guys excited about Taat this morning? It's up 7% today, traded 1.2 million shares, was as high as 92 cents today, currently at 88 cents and up 7%. We're just going to stay live, and hopefully Setti joins us again, and then we'll just continue our live stream. I guess there may be an internet issue where he is. I think he's in Toronto, maybe having some internet issues this morning. But if he does get back on, then we will definitely make sure that we get back to the interview. Oh, there we go. I think Setti's joining us again.
Hey, Rich, sorry about that.
That's okay. How you doing? Are you, I can't see your screen.
Sorry.
I can hear you, but we can't see your screen yet.
All right, hold on.
No worries.
There, can you see me now?
I can see you now.
Sorry about that. I mean, there's a storm actually rolling through Toronto, and it knocked out my internet.
Can you turn your phone sideways? Because we only got you. There we go. Much better. Much better. Perfect. Before we got disconnected, we were just talking about technology companies. And I was just asking you, oh, you're upside down now.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, you're upside down again.
There we
go. We're perfect. We're good. We're good. So the people that have been watching are all staying tuned here. They're all hanging on. So we got no issue here. Everyone's still here waiting. Everyone was patiently listening and asking some really good questions. We may go through some of that at the end here, guys, but we may not, because we may be running out of some time. I know Setti's really, really busy. So let's just continue where we were. So the last question I was asking you is, where is Beyond Tobacco in its development? Is there further R&D to be done, and what steps remain before it can launch to the public?
Okay, so right now, Beyond Tobacco is planning to launch Taat cigarettes in Q4 2020. Aside from the excellent reviews we've gotten from our first phase of retail market testing, over 75% of the 50 retailers in California and Nevada reordered after selling out, by the way. We've gotten quite a bit of positive feedback from some testing with everyday people we meet on the street. Once we give it to these smokers and ask, all right, what do you think of this? They all look bewildered and say, how do I buy it? How much is it? Where can I get it? These reactions of immediate enthusiasm tell me one thing. This isn't a product with an acquired taste or one that someone will have to try a number of times until they get it. It's an intuitive product with no learning curve, which I think can be instrumental to gaining quick and long-term user adoption. So the bottom line is this. We have a product almost completely developed. You can check out the videos on our website and social media profiles to see that it's light years past the prototype stage. It's considered pretty much ready to go. Now, you've had, some boxes of Taat, right?
Yeah, I have some right here.
Are they empty or are they full?
These ones are empty. I've got the menthol and I got the original.
So this one's not.
Very nice. Very nice.
We actually have the product. This is it. I've tried it and it's fantastic.
Now you don't smoke anymore though, right? You don't smoke currently, or you do still?
No, I don't smoke currently, but listen, I've done enough product testing that I try a wide variety of cigarettes. And when I tried this one, it really, really hit the mark better than I thought anything that wasn't tobacco could ever come close to. Wow. So for us, the only further R&D that we intend to do would be based on our feedback that we received from our second phase of research, and that's being done by Las Vegas Field and Focus. It's Nevada's largest consumer product testing research firm. And really, the only steps that remain before launching to the public, those kind of finishing touches, and finalizing our plans for promoting the brand and getting the product into stores so that we can fire the starter pistol and we're off to the races. Now, I don't want to reveal too much because I don't like giving away my playbook before I have the chance to execute it. But I can tell you this, I know exactly how to sell this product and how to build this company.
I love it. I love it. Well, you're the right man for the job, clearly. And the market's responding. Stock right now is at 89 cents, traded, 88 cents right now in Canada, up 7%, traded 1.2 million shares.
Nice.
And are you worried about those large scale competitors trying to muscle in and trying to start to pick up market share from you guys?
No, I'm not terribly worried at all. Like I said earlier, our product isn't just an alternative to smoking. You know, if you want an alternative to smoking, spend $100 or so on a vape kit or a heat not burn product and see how long that lasts before you go back to cigarettes again. Our product is familiarity and comfort for smokers. We deliver a superior molecule. We deliver a superior molecule to nicotine in a format that smokers are comfortable and familiar with. That's our secret sauce. And with that, I'm confident that smokers will actually stick with our product once they start using it. Now, you're probably thinking that these large-scale competitors could just try to copy our product themselves or bully us out of the market, but I'm not worried about that either, and I'll tell you why. So at Philip Morris, the IQOS product, the one that I was working on, was initially conceived in 2001. From there, they spent $8 billion and 15 years of R&D to finally launch in 2016, and then spent a few more billion trying to get people to buy it.
Wow.
Big Tobacco has a history of buying their competitors, not replicating them. It's what they're good at and what they typically do. And you see this in other industries as well. Like Google tried to compete with Groupon. They had a product called Google Offers. Do you remember that?
Oh, yeah.
I don't.
It wasn't very successful.
No. And Google Plus. I mean, that went pretty
That
well
was
too,
a
right?
nightmare. That was just a train wreck.
Facebook had the ability to share pictures, but Instagram did it better, so they bought them.
That's right.
They already had Messenger, but they bought WhatsApp because it was better, so they bought it. I mean, hell, in the 80s, Altria bought almost anything that was for sale. I mean, at one point, they owned all of Kraft Foods.
Wow.
Most big tobacco companies have bought their next generation technology from startups versus building it themselves, because when they do, it tends to cost them $8 billion and 15 years of research. Case in point would be Juul. Altria spent $12 billion to buy 35% of Juul. Juul was launched in 2015. Altria bought it in 2018. That's close to a $40 billion valuation in almost 3 years.
That's crazy. And where do you plan to launch Beyond Tobacco?
Our initial focus will be on the United States. We plan to launch Beyond Tobacco throughout the country. We've already secured national distribution through our wholesale partners, and that'll give us access to over 30,000 points of sale in the US.
Wow.
To ensure supply and product can be sustained to meet the high level of demand, we've built solid relationships with our farmers and secured supply of our proprietary blend. We've also sourced additional manufacturing, and we'll be announcing that shortly. Now, aside from our plans to put the product in stores across the US, we're finalizing our e-commerce platform and plan to roll that out in the coming weeks. And from what I've seen so far, we've got a flawless consumer engagement program that we'll be able to execute against. Once Taat hits the market, I expect the reaction to be extremely positive.
So far, everything that's been coming back has been extremely positive. I mean, I haven't seen anything negative come back from this company so far. Everything I've heard from everybody has been extremely positive. So I think that is very, very promising. Now, what are your medium-term and long-term projections for Taat as a company?
So once we've built a sales pipeline for Taat, our medium-term plan is to build out our portfolio by adding additional products in the OTP, in the business that's other tobacco products category. So that's a sizable segment of the tobacco business. So for instance, if you ever gone to 7-Eleven, you'll see these small little cigars like Century Sam's or Captain Black's.
Yeah.
Those products sell a considerable amount of volume, like in the tens of millions of dollars a year. And I think we can hit that market. Aside from that, there's also roll your own and chewing tobacco. So we definitely have plans to expand our range of tobacco alternatives and build upon the early stage momentum that we can create with our flagship cigarette product. At the end of the day, there are 1.3 billion tobacco users in the world. We have a product that can give them a far superior experience compared to what they're doing at a price point that is less than what they're spending on tobacco. Once they try our Beyond Tobacco product, I have no doubt they'll make the right choice.
Setti, where can investors find more information about TAT?
Best place to go is tatusa.com. You'll be able to find everything you need to know about our products and our company.
Well, Setti, thank you so much for your time today. We wish you all the best of luck in your future endeavors. Thank you for joining us on our show. Everybody who's watching, if anybody has any questions about TAT, feel free to message me. I can forward it over to Setti. Or Setti, do you have like an email or anywhere people can contact you if they have any questions about the company?
Yeah, you can email me at setti@tatusa.com.
Thank you so much today, Setti. Keep up all the great work, guys. We have Setti Coscarella, the CEO of Taat, the ex-strategist of Philip Morris, with us here. Super, super lucky, super excited to have you on the show. Thank you for joining us today. Wish you all the best of luck in your future endeavors. And I know you guys are going to do a great work, great job. And the stock is up today 6%, traded 1.2 million shares, currently at 87 cents in Canada. Hopefully, we'll continue to see you guys pursue all of your objectives.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Rich. I really had a great time, and hope to see you soon.
Yeah, absolutely. If you guys ever have any big news, breaking news, we'd love to have you on the show again soon. Have yourself a
Sounds
great day.
great. See you.
Thank you for watching, everybody. Have yourselves a great day.